We talking love, life, marriage, and health. Now come on in and enjoy yourself. We talking family, society, and culture. Can't forget about ethics, it's too epic. Talking self-care, self-love, God, and respect. Put it together, that's a wellness check. We talking wellness, yeah, we talking wellness. Hold up, we talking wellness, yeah, we talking wellness. Gotta get yourself in check. Owe it to yourself, can let your health fall in depth. Take these steps, tune in, write down the tips. Food for thought, just a really big dish. So many lessons, what's next, gotta keep you guessing. This setting to explore your mind and keep progressing. Become a better person, we live in every session. Hosted by Ty, Cedric, and Helen.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Ty. You already know what it is. Ty got something to say on Talkin Wellness, the radio show. Tune in, tune in, tune in. Like, share, follow. Thank you for tuning in today, Saturday. I would say, let's say 10:30. We closer to 10:30 now, Central Standard Time. So thank y'all for tuning in. It's been a long week. We worked hard this week. But we are here. We are here to have a good time. We are here to enjoy. We got a great show lined up for y'all today. Remember, Talkin Wellness is a wellness show that you can relate to. We talk all things wellness in a relatable and an exciting way. This is not your typical wellness show. Do not think this is your typical wellness show, because this is not your typical wellness show. I got two amazing co-hosts, and I wouldn't be able to do this show without them. She's intelligent, she's smart, she's beautiful, she's all those things, but mainly she's honest. Honestly, Helen, tell us how you are honestly feeling. Don't be too honest.
Hey, y'all. That's how I'm honestly feeling. Hey, y'all. Good morning.
Oh, you got to come on now. You got to come with something a little bit. Hey, y'all, hey, y'all, hey.
There you go. Keep that energy. I love it. You gotta keep looking for this. Amen, amen.
Yeah. And he's real, he's smooth, and he's chill. He's chilling right now. Said so chill. What's up, everybody?
Hey, what's up, good people? Hey, my energy was sky high until Ty did the introduction. It made me second. Typically, he introduced me first. I don't know what's going on this morning. He on that fresh new stuff since we all in the studio. But anyways, good people, we have a great show. So thank you for the support. Stay locked in. It's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah. Listen, y'all, we waiting on the comments. Looking forward to your comments today, because we got some great topics lined up for y'all. Let us know how things are coming through on your end. But yeah, just to put this out there, Talkin Wellness on TGN Radio, the Good News Radio. Download the Good News Radio app on your Google Play Store. And if you're on your iPhone, do y'all have like an iPhone Play Store? I don't know how the iPhone work, because I seriously think Android is better than iPhones, but that's neither here nor there. So, but make sure you download the TGN, the Good News Radio app on your smartphone, and you can listen to, if you missed this episode today, you can listen to it 5 days a week. It'll be in repeat. You can listen to it more. Plus, you will hear other great podcasts and radio shows and all of that. So stay locked. Hey, so
are you trying to show something on your phone? Because can't nobody see that little baby screen. What you doing on your phone? Nothing. Continue.
What the heck, Helen? I was in my groove over here.
Because it looked like he was trying to show like TGN or something. I was like, can't nobody see that if he was trying to show something.
So listen, today our main topic is you need to be single. Now, first, when you hear that, somebody might say, who are you to tell me I need to be single? Don't look at it like that. So we're talking about this from a perspective of people who probably need to be single. If you're thinking about getting in a relationship, don't. Because if you meet these qualifications and criteria, then you probably need to stay single. So we're going to be getting into that later on into the show. So stay locked for that. Moving on, though, we like to open up the show before we go to any topics and segments, and we like to talk about things that we are grateful for. I'm gonna let my boy Says So Chill kick it off. What are you grateful for?
Kick it out. Man, I'm grateful for perseverance. In life, you're gonna go through a lot of things, the ups and downs. You have to be able to persevere through it all. So I'm grateful for having. I grew up with both parents. My dad was big on preaching perseverance. So I'm grateful for that lesson that I learned at a very young age.
Yeah. Helen, come on with it. What you grateful for?
I'm grateful for waking up. You know, I feel like. Why is that funny? I feel like, I've actually been going through, not personally, but I've been surrounded by a few people losing loved ones close to them. And I lost my mom a few years ago. So death to me hits different. Like, if I'm being honest, if it's not your mom or your dad, if somebody passed, it's a different type of grieving process. So any death that I've heard now it's still hurtful. And it just reminds you, like, we really only got what time we got on this earth. So I'm just grateful to be able to wake up and hear.
Hey, you know what? Well, I'm not saying it's funny you say that, but I remember I had this conversation with someone, and because their dad had passed away, my dad passed in 2016. I was just telling them, even though, 6 years later, I still feel it from time to time. And so what I told them, I said, all the funerals that I've gone to, it hits differently when you're on the front row.
Yeah.
It just hits differently. And it's not that you don't feel the loss if it's a cousin or a friend. You feel it, but when you're on the front row, it's something about that. It just hits differently. So I feel you on that, and definitely prayers and positive energy sent your way.
Thanks, Sid. Thanks.
Yeah, man, I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. I am grateful for these two people that I've been doing this show with. Helen's gonna come on out, and that energy's gonna come, and she's gonna be great here in a second. Y'all just give her a try, guys. Just give her a try. I know right now. And then, I'm grateful for Cedric, man. So, man, this show right here, man, I really am grateful. I don't know if I can do this show with any other people, man. I mean, so just grateful for that. Grateful for friendships. Grateful for family. All your family may not be the best family, but if you got one good cousin, if you got a great, if you've got a grandmother that you and your grandmother are tight, if you've built one strong connection in your family, that is great. That is great. So, me and my family, we may not always see eye to eye. We may not always see each other all the time. We may not talk to each other all the time, but I am still grateful for family. So definitely family and friends, man. Definitely all those who rock with me, all those who rock with us. Thank you. Appreciate you. Let's move this show forward. Wellness points of emphasis for today. Before I get to these comments, I see I got a comment coming through. Today, we are focusing on mental health, emotional health, and social health. So you're going to hear a lot of that in the topics that we talk about today. Let's get to our Just Say It segment. I've got a video for y'all. Let me get some background on this video. So the video is in regards to Kanye West. As y'all may have seen, Kanye was in the media yet again for some more controversial things. And this time it was for a t-shirt that had White Lives Matter on it. I'm going to show a few seconds of this video, but once I realize some of the background and why he decided to do that, it did make more sense. So I will say that. So let's get to this right quick. We'll get your thoughts on the other side of this video.
Kanye West, who now goes by Ye West, unless you've been hiding under a rock, know the story. He and I in Paris wore t-shirts that said White Lives Matter and broke the internet. And I was comfortable to just allow people to scream and to shout and to appreciate the art in it. But then Kanye decided that it was time to say something because he's not just an artist. And he went on Tucker Carlson last night. Now, you remember that everyone's been telling you that he's completely insane, that he just does things, that there's no thought behind it. If you watched this segment on Tucker Carlson, got a very different version of Ye West.
I think you just landed, and you have a lanyard still on from it, and there's a photograph on it. What is that?
It's a photograph of a baby's ultrasound.
Why is that? And that you designed that?
Yes.
Why? What does that mean?
It just represents life. I'm pro-life.
Boy, so you wear it on a badge. What kind of response do you get? And good, amen, I agree.
I don't care about people's responses. I care about the fact that there's more black babies being aborted than born in New York City at this point. That 50% of black death in America is abortion. So I really don't care about people's responses. I perform for an audience of one, and that's God. You know, people, they're looking for an explanation, and people say, well, as an artist, you don't have to give an explanation, but as a leader, you do.
Yes, I think that's right.
So the answer to why I wrote White Lives Matter on a shirt is because they do. It's the obvious thing.
Amazing.
Helen, okay, I know. Let's see if Helen is ready. Helen, what are your thoughts on that?
Child, this world is crazy. Listen, what I find hilarious about pro-life people when they start talking about, to this clip, there's a disproportionate amount of black babies getting aborted. You got all this money. You can make a t-shirt, but you're not going to go invest in black healthcare. You're not going to invest and get more black doctors. You're not going to invest in more midwives. You make a shirt that say White Lives Matter. Get out of here. Kanye West is a joke. My man makes his money because he's entertaining. That's all that is. Kanye West is entertaining. And if anybody listens to Kanye West seriously, then they would like birds of a feather flock together. So it is what it is. But Kanye is.
So you saying that Ty might roll up in the studio with a White Lives Matter shirt? When you say anybody who listen to Kanye, he just raised his hand. So
you can listen to Kanye. Kanye's music is different from how Kanye presents himself as himself. Like when Kanye's music is very different than Kanye speaking, because his music to me feels very black, feels very pro-black, feels very about the people. Here's the struggles. Then you hear him talk, and it's not that. It's a lot of black babies are getting killed, so I'm gonna wear a White Lives Matter shirt. Why not Black babies matter? Black mothers matter. What the F does a White Lives Matter t-shirt do?
Cedric?
Man, listen. So I really don't have a lot to say on this because the way I look at like entertainers and things like that, I look at them, they're always in character. They're always performing. They're always doing something to get attention. Now, some of them, once they get the attention, they use it in the right way. But to me, I really don't pay attention to a lot of that stuff because I feel like it's just attention seeking. So I'm going to wear this shirt. Now everybody's talking about me. Now he might have a deeper cause, deeper meaning that he's out here trying to promote, push, whatever. And that's great. But the initial, I'm going to wear this shirt, like that doesn't make me say, man, Kanye crazy. Man, Kanye tripping. No, I look at it like he's entertaining. He's doing what he's made a living doing. That's how I look at entertainers.
Man, I just, if I got to play, I don't like to say the word devil's advocate, but I guess if I had to play the other side, I think he got a point. Now I may be a biased Kanye fan. I don't support everything Kanye does, by the way. I don't support everything he says. I think his methods are not always the best methods. I really do. And I think Kanye may have some kind of mental illness. I really do. But at the same time, I don't know what all the man goes through. Being to me, being a celebrity, period, and you can't go nowhere and everything you say is scrutinized. So to me, that carries its own set of problems. But my thing with this, to a certain extent, you have a point if you approach it from the standpoint of Black lives matter, but do they always matter to Black people? Because we are still killing each other in the streets, okay? And I believe, now I can't talk about abortion. I'm pro-life as well. But I do wish we would get this problem solved of us killing us. Because it's kind of hard to tell law enforcement, it's kind of hard to talk to, to try to have that side of the discussion if we're killing each other. And so to me, if I'm just approaching it from that standpoint, just trying to make sense out of somebody saying all white lives matter. I don't know the rate of how many white people killing white people. I don't know the percentage of that. But I do know as our culture, I hate to see us killing each other, is all I'm saying. We only got about 2 more minutes on this segment. So what you got?
Well, I don't think it's easy to say Black people killing Black people, because you also have to realize Black people kill Black people because Black people are put in a situation where we don't have nothing. So it's a dog eat dog world in most Black communities. So if 2 Black people are looking to make food and the only way to make our money is to rob somebody, and there's only one house in that neighborhood to rob that got money, both them Black men finna try and rob that house to feed their family. So I think it's also unfair to say, I mean, I get it because there's a lot of Black and Black crime, but also Black people are put in a situation where they have to be more aggressive. They have to survive. White people like, even if you look at the trailer parks, it's not as crazy, because even the white people in the trailer parks got like 6 families that's in trailers next to them that's helping each other, or like they little families that's helping each other. I just feel like regardless of what Kanye West says, at the end of the day, Black people have been killed and getting killed by white people, white America, the white government a lot longer. So this White Lives Matter shirt is redundant. The whole point that Black Lives Matter came out was to shed light to Black Lives Matter. So now you got a White Lives Matter shirt because White Lives Matter. No one said they did it, but no one was acknowledging that Black Lives Matter. So it's redundant. Like, Kanye West is trash. Kanye West is trash. His whatever message he's trying to get out, he's not getting it out. And whether he's an artist or a leader or whatever, I'm trying to calm down. You're about to make me cuss on the show.
You're getting way too emotional.
What you're saying is kind of like that's the problem. Is people give Kanye West excuses because this energy was not the same energy when we was talking about this coach last week. We was willing just to slander knee and go left and right, but with Kanye, we give him a pass. We don't understand what he's saying. It might be deeper. Why does he get a pass?
Man, as somebody that works in media, man, I'm not going to lie. At some point in the future, we all may have some tough interviews, and we may be challenged to speak with people that we may not agree with their methods and beliefs. But I tell you what, if I get the chance to interview Kanye West, I'm definitely taking that interview. So, I'm able to put my personal feelings aside and be able to try to understand a person's point of view. I can call Jeffrey Dahmer crazy. I can call him crazy. But to my knowledge, Kanye West has not committed things to that, to that level. And so I'd like to make my own assessment. I'm just speaking for myself. I ain't speaking for nobody else. I'd like to make my own assessment of a person by meeting them. Like it's easy for me to look at the media and believe what the media wants me to believe about a person. It's easy to look at interviews and I don't know what the person was dealing with that day, but yet they gave an angry interview. So that's all easy. But for me, I would like to meet some of these controversial people because Chris Brown has done some controversial things. We've got a lot of people who've done controversial things. And so to me, that's an interview I would most definitely take.
Man, I talked to Kanye like he was a regular person off the street. I don't care about none of these damn entertainers, to be honest with you.
And I feel that.
Yeah, I'm good.
So then, but moving on, everybody, let's see. So we got to get on into the next part of the show. And like I said, y'all, we're getting into this, need to be single. So let's get our feet wet. That's this next segment. We just going to dip our toe in right quick before we fully dive in. Okay. So let's check out this video. And man, a lot of this is kind of humorous, especially when you see the person giving the message. It's kind of humorous. But at the same time, how many women in her position actually think like this? So, yeah, let's go through this right quick. I'll see you on the other side of the message.
Here are a list of things I expect men to pay for if we're dating. Number one, all dates. And I don't mean dinner dates. I mean kayaking, snorkeling, going to theme parks, ziplining, etc. I expect the man to pay for all that. Number two, my nails. I get my nails done roughly once a month. That's pretty good for me, so I expect him to pay that. Number three, my hair. I just feel like as your girl, I should just not walk around with my hair looking crazy, and you should pay for it. Number four, gas. I just think that's just like the masculine thing to do, is to make sure that my gas is always on full. Number five, wax. I feel like that's pretty much self-explanatory. Like, you should just pay for my wax. Yeah. Number six, my electric bill. Chances are, if we're dating, you're probably going to spend a lot of time in my house, which is going to cause my power to go up. And so you should just pay for it. Let me know what y'all think.
If you don't get your boss on the wise D2 linebacker planet of
I'll let Helen go first. Said, what you got?
So it's easy to say, oh, she tripping, she crazy. It's easy to say that, but I am a person that believes in free will. If you followed our show all these seasons, I talk about free will. God does not interrupt our free will, so that means man can't. She is entitled to want exactly what she wants. The only thing is, you just have to understand, like they say, there are plenty of fish in the sea. Based on her list, and I ain't gonna lie, her looks, her seed just went to a puddle. As long as she's okay with that, she can her list can be as long as she wants. You can't tell somebody what they should want. They know what they want. You want whatever you want. You entitled to that. Go for it, as long as you understand that you not working with a seed. You are operating in a puddle. Simple as that. So I'm not gonna call a lady crazy. That's what she believed. And believe it or not, there are some men out there that will check every single box. So, hey, baby, if that's what you want, go get it.
Yeah. Okay, Helen, you ready?
Yeah. I don't think this video was serious. I think she was probably making a joke. But besides, even if it was serious, to Sed's point, there is someone that's willing to check those boxes. But at the end of the day, girl, you grown. The fact that any grown person expected another grown person to pay for anything is wild to date. Like, if that is something that your partner has been doing, like they just like to pay for their partner's things, that's fine. But I think it's sad to go into a relationship expecting somebody to start financially supporting you. Like, whatever the case may be. If you was already getting your nails done, get your nails done. Mind you, her nails wasn't even done. That's why I don't think this video is serious, because ain't no way where you making a video with a bonnet and no nails, but talking about you need your hair and your nails done. Make it make sense. You don't even look like you don't even look like you do it yourself. So unless you're doing it for yourself already, I think it's rude and childish to expect your partner or your new partner to pay for anything that you already should be taking care of yourself, unless they decide to do so.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna go on and take this thing where it need to be taken real quick before we jump into these main topics. And I know we more than likely have a commercial coming up at some point as well. So I think, can you find a sucker? SUCKA. Can you find a sucker who will check off everything on that list? Most definitely. Can she find one? Is the question that I have.
She can. I have seen weirder combos, and it works. And what's crazy though, because if she was fine, this wouldn't even be a topic of conversation. There'd be plenty of men. Yup, I got you, babe. Say less. Let's do it. But because she's not that attractive, we saying she can't. I bet you she got some men out there that won't to spoil her for sure. For sure.
Yeah, but it's the entitlement for me. What entitles you to that? That's my thing.
I don't know. I can't.
What is she giving up? What is she giving up to get those things? Is she just going off just her looks or personality?
Listen, maybe she got that God 3000.
Well, see that, and then it goes back to top point. You will find a sucker.
Yeah,
because it's a give or take. So
I mean, my thing is, all I'm saying is, it would be hard for me to do that for what? I'm trying to name an attractive woman. Who's an attractive woman?
Nia Long.
Okay, let's say Nia Long. It would be hard for me to do that for Nia Long.
You said it would be hard?
It would be hard to take care of all that stuff. I wouldn't see the need why. I wouldn't know why. Why would I, if you make your own money, because mind you, unless you're just a man who wants a woman who doesn't work, because this woman sounds like she ain't working. So if you're a man and you want a woman that does not work, that's great. But if you're a man who wants a woman that works, why I got to take care of your nails and all this other stuff and this stuff and that? I can see myself doing that as a gift. Yeah. You said, I agree with Helen. A woman is responsible for her hygiene, toes, and nails. There you go. Our producer says that as well. Okay. And that's just how I feel. If you can take care of it, because I could be if we're in a relationship, I could be putting that money somewhere else. I could be saving that money. I could be investing that money. So that's why but like I said, can she find a sucker? She can find a sucker. Now, y'all can't tell me her list of suckers would be as great as somebody who looked different than her. Would her list be as great as theirs?
Are you asking her? Are you?
Yes. I was hoping somebody. Oh my gosh. Y'all good? Are y'all with me? Yeah.
I mean, no, and we know that, and that's the problem. Is that looks is a big thing in America, and so if I was to say that same video, I would get a very different response than she did. Granted, because of how I look. I think the unfortunate part, though, is that what she's saying, and I think someone else has said it, is not new. There's abundant of girls that look like her, a little bit better than her, maybe model status, that have the same list, and there's still dudes in their DMs wanting to check off them lists. Like, it's unfortunate that looks matter that much, but that's like America has forced us to be this way. Beauty is everything. But I think if we didn't have social media, if you couldn't put all these filters on your face, because half these Instagram models got filters on their faces anyway, you can change your body because you can Photoshop. No woman will be having these lists, because half these women don't even look how they want to look. They got to pay for it. So it's unfortunate that a woman that looks like her says it, and we kind of kiki ha it. Because honestly, all these girls that probably look fine probably look like her, but got money to change it.
I got you. I think we I'm not gonna lie, y'all. If somebody can leave a comment, when somebody tell me I don't look at looks, that's cap. That's cap. You do look at looks. Okay. I believe everybody look at looks in some kind of way. And if you don't look at looks, do you look at breath? Do you look at that?
Breath?
Did you be with somebody whose breath smelled like horse manure? So then, I mean, we are shallow. We are all shallow. I know people who don't date people with ugly toes and feet. We are all shallow in our own way.
Yeah. Sid, you gotta repeat that. Say it close to the mic. What you say?
Oh no! I say this. I'm on the perfect episode because he said about some people don't date people with ugly toes. Yeah, I definitely my feet. Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, we got something else. The new women are like NASCAR cars with sticker sponsorships on them. Yep, with sticker sponsorships on them. Yep, that's how they come. Hey, y'all, we got to jump into this real quick. Into our main topic. I don't know if we're getting ready to take a commercial break or not, Okay, so we got to jump into our main topic, man. I know it's going to be a lot to discuss with this. Before we get into this, y'all like, follow, share, keep the comments coming. And at some point, I will be reading your comments. So I will give you a shout out on here too. Thank y'all for tuning in to Talkin Wellness. Let's get this thing going. So I am a huge fan of Kevin Samuels, and his death was untimely.
Pause. You just lost a lot of women right there.
I did. I really. His death was untimely, man. But I was a true fan, man. And we need another Kevin Samuels. And my thing is, I don't know if there's applications out there, but listen, I will be another Kevin Samuels if I've got to be misunderstood and unappreciated in my opinions on certain topics and things of that issue regarding relationships. Then I will be that person. I will be that person that y'all can be angry at. Because I think we need a Kevin Samuels replacement. Now, there might be already one, but for today, I'm going to take the place. Let's get into this. So our first topic, so we're talking about you need to be single. Reasons why you need to be single. And Kevin Samuels told this woman why she needed to be single. Love it. I'll see you on the other side of this clip.
And you have 2 children. Anything over, then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should get what you are.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
Be honest. Why should an average woman say she's settling for an average man? Why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Would he be upgrading?
He don't got no money. So if he don't have no money,
you ain't fine enough for no money. You're 6. You're 5. You said you're 6, ma'am. You said you're 6. You don't get money. You get second shift at the plant. I want you to understand what I asked you last night. I asked this question oftentimes with black women. If you have to work as hard today or harder if you want children with a husband, would you rather have a husband or be single? And almost 100% of the time, black women would say, if I have to work as hard as I am today with a husband, I'd rather be single, because a husband is not, just by being a man ain't enough. He's supposed to make her life easier. That is why I have no problem telling women to die alone. It is not our job to make women's lives easier. It's our job to protect, provide. But that's
okay. I said, man, okay. Come on, Sid. I got to get you on this one, man.
Okay, so I'm in the same boat as Ty, even though I said, pause, you lost a lot of women with the Kevin Samuel, but I'm in the same boat. I am a Kevin Samuel supporter. I understand 100% what he's saying. I think the issue, in my opinion, is a lot of times when you're having these conversations with women, it's certain words or certain phrases that may come off offensive, and in that moment they tune out the rest of the message. So it's like you'll miss the whole message because of one word or one little phrase. But the things that Kevin Samuel, the things that he said when he was here, these are the same conversations we were having in the barbershop. These are the same conversations we were having at the bar. Same conversation we were having just as fellas. It's the same conversation. So I'm of the mindset that if one person said, okay, whatever, that's their opinion. Another person said, okay. My thing is, if you have multiple people saying the same thing, at what point do women just say, okay, it might be something to this?
Listen, to be honest, I did not like Kevin Samuels, but I feel like as a sex, so as women, we have had our hardships, but we have also been in a world where men could control women, but women really did have the power in relationships. Women could control the sex. Women control when we wanted to date you. So there was this power dynamic in heterosexual relationships where women was, like if they wanted to get a certain thing, they could. So I do think that it's hard for women to hear from a man how you expect to not work hard when you got a husband, when a lot of women have been told once you get married, you don't work, you become a stay-at-home wife, you take care of the household. And Kevin Samuels is bringing back or talking more about partnership, which is really what women have been talking about all this time. But women don't like to hear, okay, well, girl, it takes two to tango. It's not up to your husband to do all the work. You don't just to come and be pretty. You don't get to come and just be at the house. You don't get to just come and show up. If you're saying that you want this high value man, because I know that was the thing that he said. So to be honest, I think it takes a woman the ability to sit down with herself and just be open to it. If you can get past Kevin's delivery and really listen to it, because what he just said to her, I think was aggressive, but he's absolutely right. Like, how are you saying you want this type of man, but you're not carrying yourself as that type of woman? I would never expect a certain type of man to look at me if I'm not carrying myself at a caliber that I would assume that he's looking for in a woman. But it's hard for women to accept that, because a lot of times women can find a way to get what they want with a man. If, I don't got any good examples because I've only had one really bad experience with a bum. But yeah, I think it's just hard to hear that women have responsibilities to take in their relationships not working. It's so much easier to say it's a man's fault. Oh, he wasn't manly enough. Oh, he never listened to me. Oh, he always yelled at me. Well, did you provide a space for him to listen? Did you ever let him be vulnerable? Did you ever ask him what he really wanted? Or were you always coming at him from a you don't do enough type of energy? You know what I'm saying? Like, women aren't used to being told, hey, how you coming at me affects me as well. Just like you say, I can't come at you a certain way. I'm telling you the same thing. And it's hard for us to hear that because men have never vocalized themselves. Men are not open with their feelings. And so I think it's just hard for a lot of women to hear the truth. But I think Kevin Samuels did a lot of good preaching, but his delivery, understanding that women are not used to being told, hey, you can't always get what you want just because you got a vagina. You can't give that message as an asshole. Sorry, excuse my French. You just can't. It's not going to be well received. Nobody wants to listen to that. Even if you're a man and it's true, and you like, hey, wife, this man is saying something that's really powerful. I just need you to listen. We're not going to be receptive because he's not even talking to us like he's respecting us. He's talking to us. He's talking down at women a lot of times. So it's hard to receive a message if you feel like, honestly, I feel like how most men feel in relationships. They don't feel heard.
So my only pushback against that is, I think we started off saying it politely, trying to be respectful, saying it in a certain way, and we were not being heard. But it's amazing to me how Kevin Samuel, he's being heard, but he's being heard because he was being an asshole with it. So even the women who disliked his delivery, they still tuned in. But if I say it in a respectful way, it goes one ear out the other.
Man, can I say something?
You the host, man. You can say whatever you want.
Man, let me jump in here, man. I was gonna put my background music on, but I don't know how that'll go. We want to keep the technology and the volume good. So, because this would be the time where I would put it on. Everybody talking about feelings. I'm looking in the comment for feelings. First of all, the dude wasn't rude when he said it. First of all, we don't know the backstory, but any woman who would come on his show, which she did, if you go back and watch it on YouTube, she came on and said that a man that made a certain amount of money, she would be settling for him. Okay. Like I said, if I got to take over for Kevin Samuels, I'm going to do it. When you come with that arrogance, first of all, we got to know where we are in life. I've heard somebody say it before. The second that you have a child, and if you have more than one child, you do lower yourself down on the list. There are going, and that's for women and men. A single man will more than likely be more marketable to other women than a man with a kid or a man with 2 or 3 kids. Okay. The same goes for women. A short man. I'm 5'8", by the way. Okay. Cedric is 6'4". I mean, so if we just looking at height, which one of us is going to be more appealing to the opposite sex? Okay. So then we got to look at education. Some women, okay, or some people, they're all about education. I want somebody on my level. Some people look at incomes. We do this to ourselves. So my thing is, if a person is not being fair, be fair. You're a woman with 2 kids. And as in that discussion, he had discussed that she was overweight, and she agreed. She was overweight because she's only like 5'3". She was like 160 pounds. So you overweight. Is there not a list where you become less appealing to the 10% of men who make six figures or more? Okay? If you want a man that makes six figures, and I'm talking, I can only speak from a man to woman standpoint here. Okay? You can agree or disagree. It really don't matter to me. But if you are a woman who wants a man to make six figures, what are you bringing to the table? And do you understand that there are a lot of women out here that a man who makes six figures, seven figures, eight figures, and nine figures, do you know how many options he has? You think he's going to settle for a woman with a bad attitude? You think he's going to settle for a woman with 2 or 3 kids? You think he's going to settle for a woman that's lazy and don't want to work and wants to just spend his money and wants his black card all the time? You think he's going to settle for that? Okay. He'll have fun with you. Okay. He'll have fun with you. But do you think he's going to bring you into his house to meet his mama and whoever else live in his house? Ha ha, kiki, no. No. So my thing is, we can sit here and debate and go back and forth and argue over this as much as we want. But what did I just say that is not the cold, hard reality? That we are all less appealing to someone and more appealing to another person. If a man is not that attractive and he is overweight, does he have the same list to choose from as the man that's 6'4", 6'5", chiseled body, tight cheek structure, or whatever you want to say? Does this man have the same options? Somebody can leave me a comment and let me know. And fellas, we already know what we do in the locker room and how we chop it up in the locker room in the barber shops. We already know what the main topic of discussion is. I ain't never heard a man say, man, that woman is 400 pounds. She's the finest woman I've ever laid eye on. Okay, so I'm just waiting on y'all to jump in. Y'all let me know, because I'm either that or we gonna push it forward to the next part. But if somebody got something to say to that, please.
It doesn't look like she got something to say.
Somebody say something.
Well, because I got something to say, but also y'all know I'm long-winded. So I'll in summation, I honestly just think the issue is people have to learn to talk to each other, not at each other. So if men want women to listen, and y'all both said it's barbershop talk, how y'all talk to each other is not how women talk to each other. So your delivery has to be different. And that goes with women too. Women have to learn how to talk to men and give men a space to be vulnerable. But if a man wants a woman to listen to what Ty is saying, and if a woman wants to hear this, then you have to talk to each other and not at each other, regardless of all this foo-foo, whether you agree or disagree. You have to talk to someone. So if you really want women out there to understand, you can't be out here asking for a king, looking like a peasant or acting like a peasant. Your delivery needs to be so that she understands.
Let me ask you this right quick, though, Helen. Let me ask you this. If you're looking for a job, if a person is looking for a job and that guy that is interviewing you says, nah, but you're just not the right person. You're not the right fit. And then the other guy says, why? Can you please tell me why? And he says, well, looking at your job history and the amount of time from job to job, and you've only been on job 2 or 3 months, then you jump to another job. And he said, frankly, I just think you're a lazy SOB. Do we want him to say it better than that? I mean, did he still not get the message? I understand that everybody's saying, well, it's the way you say it. But to me, it's still the fact, whether I say it kindly, if I say it a different way, is it going to change anything?
Yes, so you saying I'm a lazy SOB in that way, I don't care what you're saying anyway. You don't respect me enough to talk to me in a way that's going to encourage me. Hey, you've been bouncing around from time to time. It's looking like you don't have stability. Can you talk to me about that? You just a lazy SOB? Okay, F you. if I don't even feel like you respect me enough, why do I care what you got to say? I'm lazy. Okay, the next person probably not gonna say I'm lazy. The next person probably gonna think I went through something. It was a personal hardship, and they're gonna inquire. So 100%. If you say I'm a lazy SOB, one, you a leader, you a professional, you a boss. Why would you call me lazy SOB? Why do you talk to your employees like that? That got me thinking, even if I got hired, I don't want to be here because I don't want nobody to call me a lazy SOB. If you don't know how to say lazy SOB in an articulate way, then no.
Some people need to be talked to like that.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the problem. I think that's the disconnect in this world is that some people do 100%. Some people do. But that's the problem is that nobody is teaching us how to communicate, really communicate with each other. Because all we do is this. Well, what if this happens? Or what if we say it don't? The bottom line, if we all just talk to each other like humans and respectfully, there'd be way more progress made, way more, because it would at least be conversations.
Hey, real quick, y'all. Real quick. So we got to move on to the next topic because y'all know we on the radio. So definitely going to we're going to be ending I think here in the next 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes. But with that being said, I do want to get in one more topic. We definitely going to do a leftovers to this. We are definitely going to do a leftovers to this. So if you know how we do it here on Talkin Wellness, whatever we don't finish, it become leftover. We put it in the microwave and we eat it later. So with that being said, I do want to get to this topic, y'all. We're still on this topic of you need to be single. Let me read this article to you of a man that wrote in, not to this show, but to another one. My girlfriend who lives with me wants to move in her 22-year-old son. Hey, my girlfriend wants me to move in her 22-year-old son into my place. He's okay and all, and he seems quite smart, but I am kind of uncomfortable with the idea because of his living habits and lifestyle. He basically stays in his room, plays games, and smokes weed, and comes out to eat. That's about it. Does not work or seek it. Dropped school, and his mom has been paying his rent, doing all the chores, etc. He is currently living with a friend who wants him out. I did express my concern to her and said, no, well, it's not going over well, and maybe the end of a long relationship, unfortunately. Am I being unfair or irrational? Does this mother need to be single? Somebody talk to me in here.
First of all, childish. Why? See, that's what I'm like. Why is your 22-year-old child still living with you? Why are we not trying to encourage them to get their own place?
Because he probably wasn't raised. Mama probably babied him and didn't raise him to go out, and she didn't provide him the skills to go out and be his own man. So the way he's carrying himself right now is he represents those boys who were dependent on mom all their life. And now they're waiting on mom to bail them out because based on what I just read, the mom was paying his rent. So I guess mom ran out of money or whatever the case may be. So now he's living with a friend, but he has bad living habits. He's nasty. He's lazy. He smokes weed all the time. He has no goals, no ambitions, no nothing. So the friend is like, man, you got to go. He doesn't have the foundation to go. He has the foundation to mama, come help me. So if I'm that dude, and first of all, this is my place. Nah, he can't stay here.
Period. I agree.
It's not even a conversation. And to be honest with you, not only is it not a conversation, but if you're gonna give me attitude and you're going to mess up our relationship over a grown man, because he's 22, then guess what? You and him can go get a place together.
Period.
But period.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't.
The mama, her son is her man. You're right. That's why, especially today, I have issue. Not all women. Okay, but some single women. If you are raising a boy, please don't coddle him. Is that the word? Coddle. Yeah. Please don't coddle him. Take your biddies out of his mouth. That boy got to be a man. He got to stand on his own 2 feet. And he got to grow a pair of cojones. Okay? I can tell you right now, in education, we got too many boys who there's just no toughness in them whatsoever. There's no toughness. And this world will chew you up and spit you out, literally, no matter what race you are. No matter what race you are. This world will chew you up and spit you out. There are rich people killing themselves. Rich people are suicidal. Rich people taking all kind of pills and medication, self-medicating. Okay? And that's all that's going to, if you run up to that school every time that boy has an issue with a teacher, every time that boy has an issue with a coach, and you defend him, even though he's wrong, man, you are seriously setting that boy up for failure. And that's what this woman is doing in this particular message. You're setting the boy up for failure. He 22 years old playing video games. Not in my house. So mama done made her decision who her man is. And that's her 22-year-old son.
That kind of go along the lines we was talking about of entitlement. Like how you got a grown son and just expect your partner to let him move in with y'all. Like this man had his own house and now you want another grown man to be in his house because y'all dating?
Exactly. So last one, y'all. So real quick, some other reasons why someone may be single. Now, we talking about women and men, by the way. But yeah, you've been hurt too many times and prefer to be single now. Now you're bitter, angry, have a bad attitude, and you don't trust anyone. You need to be single. Now I'm talking about women and men. I'm talking about women and men. If you are a bitter person, you're an angry person, because I'm not gonna lie, y'all, for real. I used to be angry. I would go on a date. Can I tell y'all the truth? Okay, y'all my peoples. Can I tell y'all the truth? Okay.
I got something to say.
And Ty do got something. Listen, I would go on a date, and if a woman say to me, "You ain't gonna open up the door for me," I would get mad. Seriously. Because my thing was open up your own damn door. Well, I got to open up your door. What's wrong with your hands? I didn't understand that. Like, I really didn't. I was angry because I felt like, man, I've been hurt so many times. I would get mad, and there's a woman out there right now to this day. I kid you not. She may be listening. She probably ain't listening. But she may be listening, but she probably ain't. But if you ever see this, okay, if you ever see this, I will never forget. We went to a Cheesecake Factory. And when I tell you this woman ordered up that bill was $94. That was the largest bill I'd ever paid. It's the largest bill I'd ever paid. Because I just got some basic stuff, some chicken tenders and some fries.
That right there.
Yeah.
Show in itself, because I got a lot on there. But go ahead.
Exactly. So the bill was $94. I like literally. And then after that, it was like, oh, okay, had a good time. All right, thank you for taking me out. Bye. Didn't hear from her for like 2 weeks until I reached out and texted her. And I just told her I was pissed off with her. Why would you charge up $94 of my money and I can't get the things I'm looking for? Because most men, if they spend $94 plus $100, $200, so it's always going to be someone. $94 ain't nothing. In your pocketbook, it ain't nothing. Okay. Maybe in your pocketbook. Okay. I'm looking for the 94 and less women. Okay. I'm looking for the 94 and less. So my thing is, I apologize to you.
Nah, you ain't got
whoever you are. Because I shouldn't have tripped over $94.
Yeah, yes, the hell you should. Yes, the hell you should. That was the first date.
Yeah.
You tripped.
First and only.
Yeah, that's first date. You don't get a first date with me and you order something that you wouldn't order if you was by yourself. Yeah, we don't do that. Now, whatever you would get when you go out with your homegirls that you gonna pay your own tab, I want that same energy when we go on our first date. But let me say this though. So Ty, you said, so looking back on it, you said excuse me, you say you was bitter, angry, and all that. See, that's the thing. A lot of times when people are going through those emotions, they don't realize it. So they don't look in the mirror and identify, I'm bitter, I'm angry, I've been hurt. They haven't acknowledged that yet. But then as time go on, they look back on it. So now, yes, you are in a place where you can apologize. But when you were in it, you probably didn't realize that you were bitter, angry, and all that stuff. So yes, we can say that those people should be single, but a lot of those people don't realize that they're in that state. They don't realize that they're mad at the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they should be single, but I mean, they really don't think that there's something going on with them in that moment.
Man, but that's not to Helen, you jump in whenever you want to. You
y'all having a moment. Y'all go for it.
But listen, my thing is, I say this again. Today, I'm fine. I'm doing Starbucks for the first date. If you followed this show, I've said this many times. We're going to Starbucks. We're going to have a conversation. Because as I told y'all on another show, I am sapiosexual. Okay? I am sapiosexual intelligence.
Oh, okay. So I'm about to say, I forgot what that was. That's conversation intelligence.
Yes.
Listen. That's because Ty ain't no sapiosexual. You'd have remembered if you knew it was true. Ty's a partial sapiosexual. Don't let him lie to y'all now. Do not let him lie to y'all.
I know we do need to give Helen some wine. Yes, but hey, for real though, y'all listen. Let me holler at my producer. We leaving in 5, or we can keep going a little bit, huh? 11:30. Okay. Oh, okay. So we good on time. We got 10 more minutes, y'all. And then I'm gonna say this. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I just feel like, and women, if you are single, guys, if you are single, be upfront. Now, I'm not saying I would do that. If you are looking for sex, say it, because you never know. That person might be looking for the same thing. But then I feel like whenever a man says that to a woman, at least I ain't never met a woman and say, okay, that's what I'm looking for too. Let's get it on. And then the music starts playing. So I feel like he do gotta lie a little bit to get to where he want, don't he?
Nah.
He do got to do the $200 dates, don't he?
If listen, I can't take what I say with a grain of salt, because I ain't been single in a minute now. You know what I'm saying? So take with a grain of salt. But I will say, I know plenty of women who also just want dinner and sex. But when we say upfront, I mean, to the men that I've seen, or quote unquote, they say they've been doing some screenshots I've seen. Soon as you say, after we get past the what you doing, what's your favorite color, what you like to eat, is, hey, I would love to take you out, and I'm really just trying to, see how you taste, or whatever the fuck you want to say. But that's upfront.
I'm sorry, my ears cut off. You said, see how you what?
Yeah, it is no. Oh yeah, I like you. You making it seem like we trying to date. Then we go on a date, and now you really just was looking to get my draws. Say that up front. Because listen, you don't know, maybe I want to give up my draws, and we didn't even need to go out to eat, but you didn't ask me. You set it up like you wanted to get to know me, but you really just wanted the draw. So be upfront. There are a lot of women, and I know a few that would definitely be like, all right, let's go. Let's do it. Say less. This is less traumatic for me too. So it ain't no upfront at the dinner table. It's between the first 24 hours of y'all talking, 48 at the most, I'm going to say. Let it be known. And if she don't want to, guess what? You wasn't going to get the draws anyway, so it ain't no different.
I got the draws, dog. But for real, though. So here's my thing. So we got one more topic we can put in here. Relationships, Black women. I'm trying to look at these statistics. What we got here?
Make that bigger.
Okay. Currently married. What does it say? I can't see that.
26% of Black
26% of Black women are currently married. Is that 40% or 48% never married?
48.
And what's the percentage of women that are all women of never married?
31% of all women.
So there's more Black women that have never been married. What's the percentage of currently married on all women?
46.
46. Now, if we look at statistics, just based on statistics alone, thank you, Don. Just based on statistics alone, what's the issue is there an issue with black women? And anytime we have this conversation, and I ain't trying to make this about black women, because I know black women gonna always say, well, you know, these black dudes ain't nothing themselves, girl. They ain't nothing themselves. They some dogs and cats and all that too, girl. So okay, but let's just still say this though. And this kind of leads into my last topic for today. And I know I keep saying that, but I'm like that preacher that don't want to get off the mic. So then with that being said, this leads into my last topic. Shallow. Being shallow. Let's see. I'm trying to get it right. Yeah. Unhealthy attractions. Attracted to the same type of people. There are men, because I don't want to make this about men, you know, women. I don't want to make this thing, because it's men and women. There are men who are attracted to the same type of women. She just got a different name, but I know men, as long as she got a big booty, don't nothing else matter. As long as she got a big booty, don't nothing else matter.
That'll get you in the door. That might get that $94 bill for me.
Yeah. And then there are women. I don't know what it is. I will never forget a friend of mine in college. I love her dearly, and she is married with several kids now. So we don't talk as much as we used to. God bless her. Pray that she has much success in life and is having much success. But I love that girl dearly. I wanted to date her. We were the bestest of friends. We really were. We went everywhere together. We hung out. We would even sleep in the same bed together.
And you never hit.
And I never did any. She wouldn't let me. Man, her excuse. her excuse the entire time, man, was that I'm too short. That was because she's 5'9". Mind you, I'm 5'8".
But y'all laying down, so y'all the same height.
Thank you.
Yeah. What they got to do with everything?
Thank you.
And then you tell her what I'm about to do to you, you're going to shrink. It's going to make you shrivel up a little bit. So
she let me kiss her on the cheek, all that. Like sometimes we could even spoon.
Oh, no, man. And then you just wish her well. You say you hope she's doing good. Nah, we don't hope you're doing good. I don't know how you did my boy like that.
I hope she don't see it. I'm not saying your name though, but you probably know who you are. But I always thought it was ludicrous. It was ludicrous that me being 5'8", unless you were lying to me, because that's the only thing you ever told me, that me being 5'8" and shorter than you only date men 6 feet and taller. You only date men 6 feet and taller. And I just thought that was ludicrous. I really did. And to me, if that kind of shallowness, I know women who will only date a thug. And everybody that's not a thug, what's the word? He lame. He a square. I don't date squares. I don't date lames. He can't handle me. Okay.
When that thug get locked up, be out here struggling like
exactly. So is this not, if any person, if you think like this, the man who says, well, she got to have that Coke bottle shape, you know, them breasts got to be on point, that booty got to pop, 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 you know, she got to be, there's men who won't date who won't date dark-skinned women. There's men who won't date dark-skinned women. I think dark-skinned women are beautiful. I really do. Y'all go to Facebook, not Facebook, go to Instagram and look up Jasmine Kendrick. Now, she's a crush of mine, by the way. I troll sometimes, I'm not going to lie. But look up Jasmine Kendrick, okay? Beautiful, dark-skinned woman. And there's so many like her. I think the woman who played in The Woman King, who was the co-star. This is beautiful, dark skin. Yeah, she was beautiful. So you have men who won't date dark-skinned women. They got to be yellow, like Helen.
I ain't yellow.
Helen.
My sister yellow. I am a nice top color.
Helen is in denial.
What you call it?
Y'all chime in. What color Helen look on here? Helen look yellow, don't she?
Listen, just because we can't see y'all and y'all look like shadows, don't say I look like. All right.
Whatever. But Helen, what is your take, real quick? How much time we got? We got 2 minutes. Oh, we got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes. Leftovers. We're gonna put this in the microwave. We will come back to this. Thank y'all for tuning in. Helen, what are your closing thoughts?
Y'all be great. See y'all next week. Stay logical.
Boy, that energy today.
Helen funny.
Yeah.
Hey, but I'm gonna say this. Hey, big shout out to TGN Network. We definitely appreciate it. Hey, listen, it's been a great show. I'm loving this studio. I'm loving this new vibe. I'm looking forward to bigger and better things to come. So stay locked in, stay tuned in with us. We appreciate everything that you do, and we'll catch you next week.
Hey, y'all, shout out to our producer back here, Dunn. Y'all can't see him working behind the scenes. Shout out to Keith, one of the co-owners of TGN Power Play Radio. Dunn is the other owner of TGN Power Play Radio. Man, we are excited to be on here. This is our first show on TGN Power Play. This show will be going back and forth on repeat until we see you again. So I appreciate y'all for listening. Thank you. I'll see y'all next time, Saturday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. See y'all. Y'all know how we get out of here. Live your God-given purpose.
And if it relates to the situation, you get to sing in and be like, you be going to the lyrics, and I'm like, yeah, I'm the one, not the two. Who's gonna check me? Not you. Oh, I'm not a rapper.